something fundamentally missing in all the information that's out there, and that is that regardless of whatever technique you use, it really doesn't matter if you can't answer one question, which is simply, are you an attractive man? Are you attracted to women? And if you don't feel that the answer is just an obvious yes, just an obvious deep yes, not an intellectual yes, not a yes that comes from here, a yes that really comes from your gut, all the way up, all the way through you when you say yes, and it's comfortable and you're at peace with it, and the answer is just sure, and it's without any tension, it's without any fear, it's purely a very deep, honest yes. Yes, I am attractive. Yes, I know I'm attracted to women. If you don't really have that, and again, I remember a time where I had nothing like that. I mean, I think I've said before, my family background is my mum left when I was 2 weeks old. You know, my parents never once hugged me or told me they loved me until my entire adult life, and they still haven't to this day, and I'm 32. I received practically no touch of any sort from either one of my parents. That's my childhood. That's where I came from. So if you asked me when I was 18 learning this stuff, do I think I'm an attractive man? The answer is a definite no. But this is the thing that explains why that's important, is you can learn any technique, any method, but if you don't know that you're an attractive man, everything that you're going to do is going to be completely stuffed up by your unconscious mind, knowing, apparently, that you're not an attractive man. A lot of guys out there also who teach this stuff say that you should go and approach, 100 women, 200 women, 10 women a day, whatever it is. That idea is actually extremely destructive. And the reason why it's destructive is because now you're just getting feedback as you're sending out to all these women, I'm not an attractive man, I'm not an attractive man. And they will keep reaffirming that with your weirdo, creepy, hey, I just wanted to get an opinion of yours approach, or whatever it is. Because you'll be sending out, I'm not attractive, I'm unattractive. If you actually look at the guys who first recommended that, they themselves didn't do it. And by the guys that first recommended that, I'm talking about Mystery in the Game and those guys. Mystery was a paid performer who went out to clubs. Okay, so he got to have his experiences by being paid to actually, go out and do these things. Okay, so he was doing magic shows. So the number of people he was meeting through those shows is incredible. So what he recommended, he himself didn't even do. So my suggestion to you is be aware of anyone who suggests those things. The other thing I would say is that if you're having trouble with accepting that you're an attractive man, the way around that is to do really a lot of life exercises that involve reaffirming yourself as an attractive man. And then it's about going out and having small successes with women to build a set of experiences that reaffirm your reality that you are an attractive man. What I mean by that is for myself, going from a pretty extreme circumstance to where I am today, that started by the fact that when I was younger, I firstly started taking care of myself. I firstly started cooking good meals for myself. I started speaking well to myself. I took something which is one of Tony Robbins' books, Awaken the Giant Within, which is the mental health challenge, which talks about having a positive mental health attitude by only thinking positive things and not thinking negative things. And I did that over, I think it was 30 days. I think at the time actually I made it to day like 14, 15, but even just doing it for 2 weeks I think dramatically changed me. I started meditating for an hour every night for 2 years. I did that. That dramatically changed me. I did a lot of things that kind of reinforced that I was taking care of myself and loving myself because I was a worthwhile person, because I was someone worth loving and worth taking care of. So if you're buying really ratty clothes, consider changing that just because you feel that you would take care of something that's prized. if you had a beautiful little girl or a beautiful little boy and you think they're worth something, you wouldn't dress them in rags, so don't dress yourself in rags. If you had a winning prize horse that was worth $1 million, would you feed it garbage or would you feed it healthy, nutritious food? Take care of yourself in the same way. Actually, cook yourself healthy, nutritious, nice tasting meals for yourself that nourish you and make you feel good. Once you've done those things, then you go out and stay consistent with the idea that you are an attractive man. Maybe you don't feel it inside, but stay consistent with that. And then when you do, talk to people like you are and realize that there's going to be things inside of you that aren't quite aligned with your new reality. So it's going to come out sometimes to women that you don't really think you're attractive. But be aware that you're on a journey. And that if a woman says, hey buddy, you're not important, we don't need to listen to you, you're not an attractive man, realize that everyone who's ever gone through this process, me included, has gone through something like that. Everyone, all the best guys in this area have gone through something like that. They've all gone through women disrespecting them and women being rude to them. It's just part of being good at this. Everyone's experienced that. People don't like to admit that because, again, it's more commercially viable to come from the guru place. But that's not true, that's not honest. And the truth will set you free. The truth will actually make you change. So that's what I want to give you. Lots of people, lots of these guys, honestly, they charge these courses at $2,000. And why do they do that? Because I think they know that no one's ever going to come back. Because what they're teaching, honestly, isn't really the truth. What I want to try and give you guys is the truth. And then if you change, you recommend people, and I think commercially, I hope anyway, I'll do better by giving you guys the honest truth. So what I would say is you guys go out there, stay consistent with being an attractive man. Realize that even though if a girl gives you that negative feedback, just go, look, that's going to happen. I understand that, but I'm still going to stay consistent that I am attractive and you're just not aware of it yet. It's not fully coming through yet, that's okay, but who I am, and I think really who God made me to be, and whatever your version of God is fine. I'm not propagating any of that, but I think bringing that in is important, because when you feel that the creator of the universe actually made you and made you as an important human being, it's really going to transform you. Whereas if you look at an atheist point of view, like you're just matter and you're just a byproduct of evolution, it's a little hard to feel self-esteem. And in fact, a lot of those mindsets keep you stuck, really. You sort of go like, well, this is who I am in the food chain, and this is who my parents were, and it doesn't really lend itself to being successful in this area, at least in my opinion. I'm not criticizing any kind of viewpoint you want to have, but my experience is that guys who have an atheist viewpoint seem to really struggle in this area. And that's just my personal opinion. It's not always going to be true. Obviously, there are going to be people out there who are different. But I do find that those guys who are atheists, I think, really seem to behave more like they are, aligned with a sort of a believing attitude. So, yeah, I just want to say thanks so much for being part of this page, and I hope you really got value out of this video. And hopefully I'll make another one soon.